बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलामु अलैकुम। स्टैटिस्टिक्स लेक्चरर, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर, स्टैटिस्टिकल ऑफिसर, statistician, research officer, subject specialist and chief statistical officer exams are conducted in which thousands of students appear. I, being a professor of statistics, have started basic statistics course which is free, and today it is lecture number 1 and I have selected a topic of measure of central tendency. Whenever we talk about data, we have data of marks, heights, weights, score, expenditure and salaries, and there is a value which describes the center of the data, and if we know this central value, we can know about the behavior of the data, we can understand about the data. We are starting very important multiple choice questions which are important for every written test. Let's start. Number 1 is mean is a measure of. It is very important one. We all know that arithmetic mean, geometric mean, harmonic mean, median and mode are the measures of location. They are also called measure of central tendency. Mean is a measure of location. There are 4 options. Mean is a measure of location. Number 2 is dispersion. C is correlation. D is all of the above. Mean, median, mode, geometric mean and harmonic mean are the measures of location. Number 2, which of the following is a measure of central value? A, median. B is standard deviation. C, mean deviation. D, quartile deviation. As I told you, median is a measure of location. Median is a measure of central tendency. And quartile deviation, mean deviation, standard deviation, these are the measure of dispersion. They measure the scatter of the values around the central value. Number 3, which of the following represents median? A, first quartile, 50th percentile, 6th decile, none of the above. A very important one. Actually, median is equal to Q2. It is P50 and it can also be written as D5. Median is a value which divides the data into 2 equal parts. Q2, P50 is a value, 50th percentile, 5th decile, a value which divides the data into 2 equal parts, that is median, and these all are equal. A very important one. Number 4, if a constant value 10 is added to each value of a set, then mean is number 1, A, increased by 10, B, decreased by 10, C, 10 times the original mean, D is not affected. I will give you one example. If we have some values of x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we find out its mean by the formula summation x over n, and that will be 3. It is mean actually, and the question is, if 10 is added in every value of x, we have y is equal to x plus 10. 1 plus 10 is 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15, and x bar is 65 over 5, that will be 13. This is the mean of the new values. Now what is the question actually? If you add 10 in every observation, then mean is increased by 10. It was 3 in the last, it will be 3 plus 10, that will be 13, the same answer. When you add a constant in every value of x, then mean is increased by that value which was a constant. It's a very important one. If you add 7 in every value, then 3 plus 7, mean of the new values will be 10. If you add 8 in every value, the mean will be 3 plus 8, that will be 11. Number 5. If a constant value 10 is subtracted from each value of a set of the mean, for example you have 5 values, these are the same observations, and 10 is subtracted from every value, then the mean will be decreased by 10. The same rule will be adopted over here. Number 6, if each value of a set is multiplied by 5, the mean of the new set of values A is increased by 5, B remains the same, C 1/5 of the original mean, and D is 5 times the original mean. D will be the correct option. Actually these are the 5 values of x, and if I find y is equal to 5x, 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 5 threes are 15, 5 fours are 20, 5 fives are 25. This is the mean of the new values. And what was the previous mean? That was 3 actually. And if you multiply 3 with the 5 times, that will be 15. Answer of the new values. What did you learn? If you multiply every observation of x by some number, for example it is 5, then the new mean will be 5 times the mean of the old values, of the previous values. Number 7, if each observation of a set is divided by 4, then the mean of the new values is A part 4 times the original mean. We are not multiplying, A will not be the correct option. B increased by 4, we are not adding. C part remains the same, D is 1/4 of the original mean. That will be the correct one. We learnt about adding, subtracting, multiplying, and the last one is dividing. If each value of x is divided by 4, then the new mean will be 1/4 of the original mean. For example, we have the values we have some values 4, 8, 12, 16 and 20, and y is equal to x over 4. 4 over 4 is 1, 8 over 4 is 2, 12 over 4 is 3, 16 over 4 is 4, 20 over 4 is 5. These are the new values. Now its mean is actually 3, and the mean of this data is 12. X bar is equal to 12. It is the mean of the previous values, and 1/4 of this, that is 3. And that is the answer of the new values. What did you learn? If we divide every value by 4, then the new mean will be 1/4 of the mean of the previous values. That is a very important point, and that question can be asked in every paper, every written test, for every post of statistics. Number 8, if the grouped data has open-end classes, for example we have marks of the students, the first class is less than 10 and the last class is more than 70, that is an example of open-end classes. In that case we cannot find mean, but we can find median, quartile deviation and mean deviations, and mode also. If the group data has open-end classes, we cannot calculate A is median, B is mode, C is quartiles, D is mean. In open-end classes, mean cannot be calculated, but we can find out, we can calculate, we can compute quartiles, median as well as mode. Number 9, in geometric mean, if we are to find the geometric mean of two observations, A part, both observations must be positive. One of them can be negative. C is one of the two observations is 0. D and the last one, both of them are 0, and that is very important one. What is geometric mean? It is the nth root of the product of all the values. Let we have two numbers A and B. The geometric mean will be A multiplied by B under the root, and we know if any of the number is 0, 0 multiplied by 7, that will be 0, and we know if any of the number is negative, minus 3 multiplied by 7, that will be minus 21 square root, and that will not be possible. What did you learn? In geometric mean of two numbers, both numbers must be positive. Any of the number cannot be negative, and 0 cannot exist over there. For geometric mean of two numbers, both numbers must be positive. If we have both numbers 9 and 16, and we have to find out the geometric mean, that will be 3 into 4, that will be 12, will be the geometric mean. Both numbers are positive. We can calculate the geometric mean if both numbers are positive. Number 10, geometric mean is better than the means when the data are positive as well as negative values. B, the data is binary 0 or 1. C, the data is on interval scale. D, the last one option, the data is in ratios or percentages. When the data is given in ratios or percentages, then geometric mean will be the most suitable average to find out the central value of the data. 11, harmonic mean is better than other means. Harmonic mean is better than geometric mean. Harmonic mean is better than arithmetic mean when we have the data in speed or rates. If you are to find out the average speed of a car, if it takes 3 or 4 routes, if the car has to reach at different destinations, and we are to find out the average speed, then harmonic mean will be the most suitable average for finding the center of the data, for finding the average speed of the data. Question number 12, a very important one, and that is the last one of today's lecture. Geometric mean of two numbers 1 over 9 and 4 over 16 is 1 over 9 and 4 over 16. As I told you, these both numbers are positive. There is no number which is negative, and 0 is not there. We can find out the geometric mean. Geometric mean is the nth root of the product of all the values. As we have two values in the paper, what will you do? 1 over 9 multiplied by 4 over 16, that will be 1 over 3 into 2 by 4. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 1 by 6 will be the correct answer in the paper. At the end, I request everyone subscribe to my channel, like and share my channel, and click the bell icon for the notifications of the next videos. Assalamu alaikum.